My name is Tim Dynamite. This is the Crucible Tim Dynamite. I come from the mean streets of Royersford, Pennsylvania. I'm a two-time Skidrow Heavyweight Champion. I'm the one who's been denied, yet I'm the one who has defied them. I'm making waves here in super crazy pro wrestling. And if there's one thing that you should know about me, is that it doesn't matter who you are, what you do, where you've been, nobody, and I mean nobody, can deny Dynamite. These days it's kind of hard to find where Tim Dynamite ends and where Tim Dynamite begins. Like on the surface, the Tim Dynamite character is a clear-cut heel. He's very arrogant. He carries himself like he's better than everybody else. But when you peel back the layers, I would definitely say the Tim Dynamite character is a babyface, because all he really ever wants is to be accepted. It was really hard to kind of fit in because I came from divorced parents, and from that life stemmed two different, I guess, realities. Like, I had a very, very poor upbringing, but I also had family members who spoiled me rotten. So I kind of, treaded in between. So I would be at my grandparents' and it would be like, we'd go to the pool, or we would, go on some elaborate vacation, and I'd come back home and the electricity wasn't paid. I would get bullied a lot. And the Tim Dynamite character is essentially what I wish I could have said to those guys. I enjoy the hybrid. I guess I'm making up a word here. The hybridness of Super Crazy and the Skidrow Academy. So we learn like everything that you need to learn when it comes to pro wrestling. We learn your typical, chain style. We learn lucha. We learn, aerial stuff. So between Adrian Soriano, Matthew Omen, Gabriel Hodder of Primal Fear leading the in-ring stuff. Primal Fear are a faction on the independents that came from the Monster Factory, and they trained under Damian Priest. I think it offers something that, even if you, on the surface, it might not look like there's a lot going on here. It's in depth, and it truly is the place to be if you're looking to break into the business, if you're in and around the area.
Wrestling name is Adrian Soriano, aka Super Fresh, better than the rest, 1/3, Primal Fear, all fight, no flight. The character Tim Dynamite is that, to me, he is not acting. I feel like Tim Dynamite is an extension of who Tim Dynamite is. With Tim Dynamite, he's a little more humble, he's a little nice. Tim Dynamite is the exact opposite. Because sometimes, in this pro wrestling business, it's a rough business, and sometimes you gotta have that attitude, you gotta have that backbone to get what you want, and that's exactly what Tim Dynamite is, the Crucible.
The next chapter in my story, what I would want it to be, is Tim Dynamite versus The Miz at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at Lincoln Financial Field. That is wishful thinking. I think the logical and more appropriate and probably more realistic next step is establishing myself as a commodity for any corporate television professional wrestling company that wants an asset to their organization, and firmly establish myself as the future of professional wrestling.